Let's tackle these guys right here, 3A through 3D. Let's move to our TaskQueue container.h, and we're going to work on the this thing right here, create default task. We'll start with that one first. So let's add a function down here to do that. Value tree create default task. And let's move to our CPP file, and down at the bottom, see right down here, this is where we'll put it. All right, let's auto default task tree equals, we'll call our function create default task. Now we want to save it to our user folder / document folder / the name of our app / default task. So we'll do that part next. So let's make our task folder first. Auto task folder equals file, get special location, file special location type. We want our user document folder. And then we want a child file that has the name file. We want our string ref consecrated. This is our project name thing. Project info, project name. This is basically the same thing we did with creating the settings file, except we're going to do it in the user documents directory. And then if task folder dot exists, if it doesn't exist, then create it. Directory. And we don't need braces for that. And then we'll do the same thing where we look for a file. Auto default task. Oh, sorry, we'll put that here. Auto default task file equals task folder dot get child file. And we're going to look for a file named default and make sure it has the extension task. And if that doesn't exist, then we'll create it as well. If default if it exists as a file, because it's not a folder, then we need to create it. Default task file dot create. And let's show it to ourselves so we can inspect it. Default task file dot reveal to user. All right, now we can do our save tree to disk. We can save our default task tree, and we can save it to our default task file. All right, now we can write that path to the settings and save it. That's this step right here. So we can do settings.setProperty. We want our current file, and we want it to be that default task file, the full path of it. No undo manager for that. Now we can save our settings. That would be, let's see, save tree. We want to save our settings, and we'll call our settings file as the one we're going to overwrite. And now we can do our load tree. All right, so let's now dial in the default task. Let's put that above our load tree. Here, let's stub this out. Value tree, TaskQueue container, create default task, and let's make our default task. Value tree default task equals create tree. Well, let's just give it the name of our, give it a little welcome message. Capital Q on that guy. Don't show the editor. We spelled default correctly. There we go. Okay, so we're going to add 3 tasks, and we're going to add 3 subtasks to the last one, with one of them being marked as completed. So we will say default task.addChild, create tree. Let's see, none of these will be showing an editor. We're going to put them all in the last position, and they will not have no undo manager. All right, so we're going to do 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then the last one is going to have children added to it. So we will do auto. Let's see. I want to be able to see the indentation of this child node. So I'm going to do auto task 3 equals default task get child. The last one. So that's default task dot get num children -1. That's the last one that was added. Okay. We're going to do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3. And it needs to be task 3 that has these added. And then Yeah, well, let's start here first. Okay, so the first one, let's just make it say this is a task. Click to select and add subtasks. Capital T on that guy. All right, let's make the other one say, let's talk about a drag and drop. Let's see, quote. You can reorder them by dragging and dropping them. And let's see, tasks can have subtasks. Okay, cool. And let's see, all right. The first subtask, we'll just say what it is. This is a subtask. We'll do this one, let's see, this is a completed task. This is a completed task. We need to mark this one as completed. All right, we'll do, for this one, double click to edit a task's name. Okay, let's add our completed property to this guy. Let's see. Auto sub task 2 equals, we'll do the same get child thing. Grab that, grab this, change it to task 3. All right, now we can just set that property, sub task 2 dot set property completed, true. Undo manager is null. Okay, cool. And let's print it out just to make sure. Debug default task.to XML string, and we'll give ourselves a little break for that. JSR false. And then we just return it. Return default task. All right, let's run it. Make sure everything's cool. All right, JSR false, because we have no current file property. Let's do this. Let's create it. Okay, so check it out down here. We can see what was created. We can see this is all nested the right way. So that's cool. Here's our root node. These are our 3 main tasks. Here's the 3 subtasks, and the second one is completed. This part right here. Okay, that's as expected. All right, let's step over. All right, let's make our task folder. If it exists or not, let's see. Oh, it doesn't exist, so let's create it. And we'll do the same for our task file. Does it exist? Does not. Okay, let's create it and reveal the user. Aha, okay. Here we go. Let's open it in a text editor and take a look. I'm gonna open it with Visual Studio Code. Okay, we have not written to it yet, but we will in just a moment. So let's save it to disk and take a look at it again. Oops, here we are. Aha! There we go. Let's change this to be not plain text, but XML. Very cool. All right, there's our task stored to disk. Awesome. All right, let's update our settings property and save that to disk. All right, now we can try doing this load tree. Let's step on over it and press continue. Haha! Success! Awesome.